that this started and just never stopped.
Yeah, it's a good way to enter.
Yeah.
Hello. What's going on? Let's talk comics to me. I'm Champ Champenstein.
And I'm Heather.
And we're here to talk about comic books. We had a couple weeks off, so we have a week of a big load of books, which is this week, and then we're gonna
fat load of comics.
And then the week before that, Heather had a fat stack. I didn't have that many, but we're gonna do a shoot 'em through. But you don't care. You'll see both.
You'll get to it when you get to it,
or you won't. However you want to. We're actually gonna start together today.
Yeah,
it's gonna. I don't know how to deal with this right now. So we both got this hardcover. Heather didn't bring hers because it is like very heavy.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Of Razor Blades. This is the... Look at that. We should get a stand and start putting comics up there.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Why have we never thought about it? And we can just hold it up while we talk. God.
Yeah,
we've been doing this for 3 years now? 4
years? Yeah, then we just thought about that. Okay, so anyway... This is Razor Blades. This is the first, I guess, omnibus compendium of all the first 5 issues of the magazine that came out via Tiny Onion Studios. It's got a bunch of different creators, and it's a bunch of different horror stories.
I was reading this part here, yeah. The first year of the self-published terror sensation.
But yeah, I am really excited. I read a few of the stories when they did the small little comic that came out a few weeks before this, and then I was able to flip through and read a few. And I don't know. I really love horror stories. I love especially little short horror stories. Mm-hmm. So, and when we flipped through it at work, I was like, hell yeah, I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I flipped through. I didn't read anything, but I looked at a lot of the art and stuff and ended up reading little snippets from the interviews and stuff. It's going to be really cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, and just in time for Halloween
Spooky season.
Spooky season. Look at me in my child shirt, my child's skeleton shirt. But yeah, I don't know. I suppose if you have an extra $50 laying around, it's worth a purchase.
It is, yes, it is. The price is pretty steep, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it's a nice looking book too. Mm-hmm. All right, you ready? You take it away.
All right, I'm gonna go first.
I have way more books this week.
I did splash my Dr. Pepper on this book. Look at me. So now it's covered in gross, greasy fingerprints and dried Dr. Pepper. This is Kingdom Come Deliverance, issue number 1. I got this cover. It's cover B, technically, the wraparound. But let me show you how pathetic this wraparound is.
Yeah, I see that.
This is the wraparound. What? That's not a wraparound. Anyway, this is a Behemoth book. It's apparently based off of a video game.
Okay.
I had no idea. I was trying to read into it a little more because I was like, I don't know. It sounded interesting.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me read a little bit about the creators and stuff. I didn't read anything about the creators because I saw that it was based off a video game and was like, why have I never heard of this video game? Anyway, it's just a medieval tale about 2 brothers who are battling for a kingdom. Pretty much. That's it.
Okay.
Just classic medieval stories. I did actually really...
Did you like it?
Yeah, I actually really, really liked it. And I only special ordered this first one, but I ended up adding it to my pull because it's only 4 issues.
Okay.
And some of the covers for the next 2 are really cool. So I special ordered specific covers for them.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
I will read this, and I will like it.
Okay. So I got a couple now. The first one I have is The Life and Death of the Brave Captain Suave. This is issue number 1. I hated this. I don't want to really talk about it at all.
Wow.
I'm being very real. I read this and was just not... The art I really enjoyed. They do flashes of regular art and some kind of old school comic art. I like the colors a lot. I I hated the story. I will not continue to read that. That's all I have to say. I don't even really want to talk about it because it reminded me of Scumbag if I'm going to say anything.
Okay. All right, I'm not going to pressure you.
And then next I have We Ride Titans. This is issue number 5. This is the last issue. Family. Just family and family problems and trying to figure it all out and
Monsters. I mean kaiju.
Kaiju and giant robots and uncles who are on the fringe who just show up. It's I don't know. I feel like it was kind of rushed at the same time. It didn't feel like a full story. Mm-hmm. It felt like pieces of a story. So,
do you think they're going to do another story arc?
Maybe. If they do, I probably won't read it. I have too much.
Okay.
I have too much, so I would not want it.
We're not interested enough to continue it.
Okay. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. And then we have Heart Eyes. This is issue number 1. I'm gonna read the back.
Yeah, that's a good one. Let me get this set up here.
Oh.
There we go.
It's been a minute, so I'm gonna read the back.
I love that.
Sanity-eating monsters ended humanity. The unlucky few who survived now hide in the cracks of a broken world. And yet, somehow, beneath the graveyard that used to be San Antonio, Rico met Lupe, the girl of his dreams. But how did she get here? And why is she smiling? No one survives out in the street. No one smiles where the monsters lurk.
This was just all right.
Yeah, this was definitely an all right book. I enjoyed the art a lot. Like I really like the art and colors in this book. So Dennis Hopeless writes it. Victor Ibanez, God damn it. And then Addison Duke does the colors. But yeah, I really enjoyed that aspect. Like I said, it was just too weirdly sexy.
Yeah, no reason to be. I can't find that panel that you were talking about.
Oh.
I don't remember where it is.
It's when they're like in the... Let's see. He jumps out at her and they're talking.
Wait, I was like, that one. No, that's...
I mean, there's this one too.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a couple teenagers that end up being alive still at the end of... Yeah, okay. In the middle of like a weirdly apocalyptic setting, and no one knows how she has been surviving on the outside.
Yeah. And so it's like not a bad idea. Like I said, it's just it's weirdly sexual, and I don't know how, or maybe it's just like the art made it weirdly sexual and the tone was normal.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird mix of the two. I think I kind of want to read the second one just to see, because I do like the art a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't really care for the characters at all.
That's same there. And I also feel like it's kind of a story we've seen a lot of times. So, I mean, you just got done reading Human Remains, which is different, but kind of the same.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I'll probably just read the second one like off the wall, because I don't think I care enough to actually spend my not earned money on it.
All right. Next we have True Cult. This is issue number 1. This is an IDW original. It seems like they're going to have a few interesting good books in this line of books that they're doing. Do you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, I'll talk about this. So this is about a man who works at a fast food place who just starts robbing other places to make money.
Yeah.
There's other stuff, obviously, that's a part of this story, but...
He steals something that might be, tied to religious cults. He's really, really goofy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm fascinated I guess I'm interested to see like what exactly this story is, because all the characters are very weird.
Yeah, all the characters are weird. I like the jump back and forth and through the time that like he's been working there, and like when he got the job, and like a few years ago, and what led him to like decide to rob all these places. Like I said to you earlier, I just feel like they should have put the turn a little earlier in the book to grab you a little bit more, because by the end I was like, why?
Like, yeah, you spend a lot of time like in his head.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it was fun. I think if you like, you know, I mean, I was gonna say heist, but it's not even a heist. I don't know what's gonna happen now.
It's just a dumb guy that gets caught up in something.
Yeah.
In a weird satanic heist.
Yes.
All right, I have Potions Inc. This is issue number 3. I did end up taking this off of my poll. Not that I don't like the story, I'm just kind of over it at this point. It's 3 siblings who are from a magical fantasy land. They end up in our world trying to locate a family relic of sorts that has been stolen. And they run into an FBI agent whose dad has knowledge of this land that they are from. And it's kind of like a weird chance meeting, and they work together. At least this is this issue. They meet him and discover like who he is and how he knows about their world and stuff. And so they're going to work together to find the relic. So it's fine. It's a fine story. It's just not, I think it's the art for me.
Yeah.
To be honest, it really is not pulling me in, because the story is cool. I like it. I like the whole plot of it, but the art is just strange.
Yeah, that was when I read that first issue. I was not a big fan of that art.
It just feels like a children's book, which I do like a lot of children's books, but it's like done in such a way that I feel like a farty little kid reading it, and I don't quite understand.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, I think. Pardon me. So next, I have The Brother of All Men. This is issue number 2. This is just a little folk horror story about a character named Guy
Love it.
who is on a mission. He's a detective, a private eye, who fought in World War I, the Great War.
The Great War.
It was, as Tony the Tiger says.
Stop it.
Okay, I'll stop.
The Great War.
You told me to stop, and then you went ahead.
But then I just felt like we were hanging there and we needed it.
Okay. Anyway, this is a book about Guy. I really like this story a lot. I like the cadence of his narration. I really like how this particular issue unfolds a lot of like what's going on in the cult and who people are. I don't know, like I said to you, I just wish I could pinpoint what it reminds me of, because it definitely reminds me of something, and I can't like figure it out, and it's frustrating to me because it's like it feels like a movie I've seen, and maybe it's just like the cult aspect of it and like the folkiness of it.
The first one reminded me of that movie Apostle.
Yes, sir.
That was, I know we had talked about that before, but I'll have to read that second one to see if I still get that feeling.
Yeah, but I really like it. I think if you like horror stuff, and especially like cult horror stuff and private eye detective business,
check it out.
Yeah. And then next, I have Dark Spaces Wildfire. This is issue number 2. This is just a story about a group of incarcerated women firefighters who decide to pull off a heist at this house in the hills of California, where they can get a bunch of Bitcoin, or like, I don't know, some sort of fake internet money.
Oh, okay.
What is it called?
It's Bitcoin.
Well, isn't there
Dogecoin?
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know anything about that. I'm too old.
We're not white boys.
Anyway, this is just that story, and I really like the art a lot, and the colors are really cool. Mm-hmm. The story's just all right. I think I might add this to my poll just to see how it ends. You know, I'm usually in for a good heist.
Oh, yeah.
After I got out of my head about a little bit of other aspects of the book, I was fine. Apparently they are going to continue this Dark Spaces book, or like Dark Spaces like heading.
Oh, okay, but like different stories?
Yeah, different stories, but I don't know what they are about, or...
Are they all going to be done by Scoot?
I don't know.
I guess we'll see.
I actually did not look into the article at all. I just saw the headline and I just was like, okay. I just went on with my day.
Right. That works.
Yeah, it's an alright book. Like I said, I really like the art and colors like quite a bit. So,
Hayden Sherman is good.
Yeah, so sometimes that's just enough.
That's fair. That is.
Okay, so next is Barbaric. We both have this. This is Axe to Grind. This is issue number 1.
Yeah, this is just back to our buddy Owen and his talking axe going on little quests.
Ouch. I was trying to stand it up and
God. This story arc starts with Owen's old friend... I forget
Steel.
what his... Steel. Yes, his old friend Steel, who happens to be a vampire. They're helping him on his little quest, and then they end up going on a bigger one to hunt someone named Gladius. I was like, that
sounded right.
Gladius, who did Owen wrong back in the day, so they're going to exact revenge. Love this book.
Yeah, it's great.
Love it. The art is fantastic. The story's always a lot of fun. So,
yeah, I would definitely suggest this book to people who like kind of like Conan-esque stories, or like adjacent, and or I guess barbarian stories.
Yeah, barbarians. That's good. And they're usually only 3 issues long. Yeah. So I'm basing this off of
stories.
3 quests long.
Adventures.
A 1-volume 3-issue quest. Yeah. So it's fun.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. So now we have Axe, or Avengers, X-Men, Eternals. This is Death to the Mutants. This is just a tie-in to Judgment Day, and this is explaining kind of more of the Eternal side than anything. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was an interesting aspect of this story.
Yeah, you get more background on like what Droog's doing and like how he is not doing well with his plans.
Yeah. And I feel like you just get a little insight into like how the other Eternals are feeling about like this whole situation and what's going on. I really like this issue. I like this issue a lot.
I did too.
I like the art. I like Judgment Day as a whole so far. I think it does help with a lot of it is that it is written by one person. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of the X issues are written by their actual like creators, but it helps that like all of these like Axe main title stuff, like even though some of the side stories are.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have the checklist open. I did not read X-Men number 13 that also came out this week. I kind of flipped through it, and it does tie in. I did see that.
Yeah, no, I did see that. Kieran posted that they are very tightly like.
But I did read X-Force number 30. I don't have it because they were damaged this week, but I did read it, and I will say it is not tied in. Okay. It's a Deadpool story. I hated it.
Okay.
So yeah, I just wanted to say that. That was it. Because there's a lot of random single issues that are in the back that are a part of this Judgment Day, and because of that, because they're the only 2, well, not the only 2 so far, but in the middle of this like beginning section, they're 2 not main titles, and I didn't know how closely tied to the story they were going to be, so we know one is and one isn't.
Yeah, that's always the frustrating thing about events like these. Just like, do I really want this? Do I really need this?
That was part of the reason why I decided not to like get the tie-ins and stuff. Like I would just read the issues like off the wall or whatever. X-Force I do normally get anyway, so that was why that wasn't a big deal. But there's a lot of like there's X-Men and Marauders, I think is Marauders, Wolverine, Fantastic Four, Avengers, Amazing Spider-Man. Like I'm not doing any of those, but there's a lot to this. So I will, if I feel like it's necessary to read it, I will borrow it from someone who has it, but I'm not doing it this time.
Yeah. We only need the few things that we need.
We have the main titles, that's it.
It's okay.
I'm not going to get sucked into this event. I already am.
All right, I got a couple more. I next have Above Snakes. This is issue number 2. This is about a man named Dirt who is trying to avenge his wife against the Above Snakes gang. In this issue, he goes on a little date for the first time since he has lost his wife. And it's really interesting. I really liked the dynamic between the two of them. She was out to avenge her father from somebody in the Above Snakes gang. And, yeah. It was really good. Once again, another Hayden Sherman on the art book, so I like the art a lot. Sean Lewis's stories are usually pretty good, so I'm enjoying it so far.
Is he the one that did Thumbs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He did Thumbs, he did Bliss.
Okay, yeah.
Did a book called Coyotes, I think. Mm-hmm. But I did not read that.
I did read that.
Okay.
Whit made me borrow that at one point.
Uh-huh.
I did read that.
There's something else. He's writing Gunslinger Spawn right now, or like King Spawn, one of those Spawn books.
That makes sense. That adds up.
Or maybe multiple of those Spawn books. I don't know. There's too many of them right now.
I can't keep up with them all.
But yeah, I really like that book. I think if you like Western stories and like revenge stories, it's definitely worth a peek. We're just like busting through this. This is great.
We got a lot.
Yeah. So this is Daredevil. This is issue number 2. I got the A cover and the Predator Sienkiewicz variant because it was pretty rad. I liked it a lot. The last issue ended with Matt as Daredevil, I was going to say meeting up, but kind of being blindsided by one of his ex-friends, Goldie, I can't remember his full name, Robert Goldman. And he has revealed that he kind of has the power to like make things happen, and he's kind of been a puppet within Matt's life, like making him do, like basically driving him to be like a good man and a greater man and like to be who he is. So it was really interesting. And then this is also a legacy issue, like 650. So there was like a bunch of little like pages from old issues.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, and then there in the back there was all of the like old covers.
Did they put 49 covers?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
They put 650, so that's the one.
Mm-hmm. It's a choice.
So yeah, I mean, you can't really see them,
right?
Like
that's
when you're looking
mean.
at them, but it's fun, you know. Get your magnifying glass out.
That's a lot.
Check them out.
Okay.
Yeah. Still enjoying it. I'm excited to have Matt and like Elektra back together and see like continue whatever story they kind of have left off on, because it's kind of been like these last 2 issues they've been building up to it, but I'm just like, okay, let me see what you're trying to do here now.
All right.
That's all I've got to say about that.
We're in legacy issues.
I think that's like one of the first legacy issues I've ever gotten.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it earlier, like how they can't make them, I don't know, the way that it's done is so strange, because that's in number 2. for 650. I know. It didn't work out, but like Thor number 24 was the legacy issue. Like, why couldn't you make it 25? Like, why couldn't you?
Yeah, no, that was my biggest complaint with this. Is just like, you literally could have made the first issue 650, and that would have been like the perfect reason. And I mean, it's they can make the issues more expensive, and I whatever.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
I was bothered by it today when I noticed that, and I know that there's not much they can do about it considering how it. Anyway, it was just the whole thing.
But when
like the numbers aren't even.
But they know when they're getting that far too. So it's okay.
Minor complaints. These are just problems I have.
So next we have Bloodstained Teeth. This is issue number 5. We're coming to the end of this story arc. Mm-hmm. And Atticus is just out killing his simps still.
His little sips. Yeah. That's literally it. I love this book.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I love the art so much in it. And yeah, the story itself is a lot of fun. So
and we get the little twist at the end of this one, where we kind of get an idea of what's been going on, other things that have been going on. So
yeah. I couldn't remember if this was the end of this story.
Yeah, it's like there's one more, right?
Yep. So yeah, it's a cute little vampire book. It's a lot of fun.
It's like the art's really great.
It's so good.
It's so bright.
Did you read the last one?
Yes, I did.
Where he's like tripping?
Yeah, that
so
was
good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I just like how like each one is like a really nice individual issue. And then this is DC versus vampires. This is All Out War. This is I don't know what side of the story this really can be. This is Deathstroke's side of the story.
It's and
I guess Constantine.
Yeah, he's in here too. It's mostly their story. It's weird,
but I like it. It's really like it's intriguing, and I wish them the best.
Same. I do too. I was gonna say, I think it's interesting that like whenever DC does these like horror things, like in Deceased, Deathstroke had his own one there too.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of a terrible guy. Why do we need his story? I don't know. That's just me. I like it. I like that book a lot.
Yeah. The art is like a lot sometimes.
Yeah.
I think the red and the blacks and grays can like be.
It gets confusing for me.
Yeah, I don't like. It's not good on the eyes at points. It's a fun little side story. I don't mind it by any means. Backup was all right.
I like the art in the backup a lot. I thought it was very cute.
Okay, well now I have a book by myself. Unless you have anything else about it.
I don't.
Okay.
I do not.
I have Quest Aside. This is issue number 4. This is just a story about a little bar in a adventuring world that is called Quest Aside, and the king is trying to take a hold of it, and the owner, Barrow, is trying to figure out how to save his bar.
Is he doing a good job so far?
No.
Okay.
Maybe, like, he's doing all right. He's doing his best.
He's doing what he needs to do. No.
He's, I don't know the best way to explain it, but yeah, he's doing something, that's for sure.
All
I think
right.
after this, he is going to be doing more things that make more sense. At this, like, he's kind of been sitting on his hands trying to figure it out. And in this one, he kind of makes a, like, very wild move, and then is like, what am I doing? So,
all right, well, best of luck to him.
it's just a cute little story. I have a lot of fun with it. Like, each issue, I'm just like, yeah.
Is it like 6 issues?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that seems like one.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a mini or if they would keep doing it because they could. I'm pretty sure, depending on how the story ends. So
okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, now we have Do a Power Bomb. This is issue number 3. I really love this book.
Yes,
so much. I I really love, like, Daniel Warren Johnson's art. I really love, like, the way he tells the story. Like, this page was one of my favorite pages. The page with the roster and then the bracket. And the page before that, I think it was as well. Oh, no, the other page that made me laugh was the puppy punch page.
Yeah, where they get into that fight.
Yeah, which were just, like, the puppy's face. It's, in the lettering. This book is just, it's good. I think one thing about Daniel Warren Johnson and his stories is he does a really good job of, especially in this issue, kind of, like, taking you out of the seriousness of, like, what's happening, and then, like, grounds you back down to it pretty quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say, one of my favorite things in the entire world is orangutans. I love them so much. I get emotional about them. I see them, I cry, and this issue was not good for me for that reason. I don't know what it is about them. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. And so watching them be upset in here at that point, I was like, I had to set it down before I could finish it, because I was like, why would that happen?
Yeah.
But it's such a good story.
Yeah, like I said, it's just like, yeah, he just did such a great job of, like, oh, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm having fun.
We're
like,
watching wrestling.
We're watching orangutan. Like, I can't, I'm having a great time. And then it's like, oh, no, this is serious.
This is heavy as hell.
Yeah, like, they're fighting, like, each team, like, as we're seeing through this, is fighting for something that, like, means something to them, and, like, that they truly want and, like, need. They're all
fighting for the same thing, but it's all for different reasons. Yeah. And that fucked me up. Like, I forgot that was the prize until everything is, like, happening.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, when it gets to the, like, conclusion of the issue, I was like, well, fuck. Like, what would you do in that situation? Because you can't lose.
Yeah, you can't
lose.
But, yeah, you also, and, like, yeah, it's just a very good story, and I really like how that's put together. And, yeah, it's, we've talked about this, like, the other two issues. It's, like, more than wrestling. It has that, like, aspect of it, and the way it's written does, like, such a good job of, like, making you feel, like, so hyped about it. Like, yeah, like, being hyped about wrestling, and without even being a fan of it. And then, yeah, just being like, oh, this is just, there's something more here.
The theatrics of it.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, let's go.
So next we have Silver Coin. This is issue number 13. This issue is by Johnny Christmas, and then Michael Walsh does the art. This issue was a lot different than all of the other issues. Not in, like, a bad way, personally, but just in it's a very body horror gross kind of way.
Yeah. I was cringing while reading it. I love body horror, but it was just very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable and very gross. But I also feel like the tone of the story is very different from all of the other issues. It just, like, it feels incredibly different. Like, once again, not in a bad way, but just a different tone, different story. Different type of story, I guess.
May I read my favorite part to you?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't spoil anything, but I love the way that it's worded. Your garden mother, my siblings yet unborn, the future, I bid them come, but there's only so much spark I can give them. The meat has limitations. You must find more dad meat to fertilize them. It's so gross.
Yeah, it is really gross.
I think that's one of my favorite issues just because of, like, how unhinged it was.
That's a good way to describe it.
It was, like, from start to finish, I was like, what am I reading?
Yeah, that's why I was saying it's very different.
Yeah.
But yeah, Unhinged is a pretty good way to read it. Because it's just like, yeah, what the fuck is happening?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
If they made that into a movie, it would probably be my favorite movie.
It would, like, ruin my brain. If they could pull off, the thing is, if it was a movie, they would have to pull off the, like, the gross things, and they wouldn't be able to use CGI because that would look stupid. So they would have to have, like, really great, like, practical effects.
Cronenberg, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll figure it out.
We'll think on it. We'll call up David Cronenberg, our best friend.
Just send him this issue and say, please make this a movie.
We think you'd like it.
It's gross.
This is Batman the Night. This is issue number 8. This is just Bruce being pre-Batman.
It's him finding his way as a little bat in a big world.
Losing some loves, finding some loves, taking on some baddies.
Being a baddie himself.
Yeah.
Learning some lessons. That's all.
Yeah, there's nothing more to say.
It's literally what we've talked about every single time. It's just the origin story that no one needs.
We're 8 issues in. We're almost done.
Yeah.
It's 10. It's not bad. It's just not... It definitely doesn't need to be 10 issues.
No, I've reached a point with my Batman stories where I'm like, what do I need now? And I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. But I need something, and I'm not getting it.
Just keep reading them.
I just keep finding Batman books to bring in, and I'm like, maybe Batman just isn't for me.
Yeah, it's weird because, like, Batman is a very... I don't think Batman's the most interesting part of Batman stories. Like, right. I think it's, like, the people around him. It's, like, his sidekicks. It's his, like, rogue gallery, short of, like, Joker, who is also, like, exhausting.
Yes.
I think that is the other problem. It's just, like, there's so much Batman shit, and then there's so much Joker shit. You're just so God damn it.
Yes.
So overwhelmed with it. I'll use a different word. So overwhelmed with it. There's so much of it. It's like you don't get different stories. You just get like different types of stories with the same character. And you're like, I don't fucking care.
Right. I mean, give me a Batman that laughs. I didn't mean... I just meant I want a happy Batman for once. I feel like that would be different enough that I might enjoy it.
So you didn't mean...
No, I didn't. I did not mean to call it that. I didn't realize until after I had said it, and I was like, damn it.
Because there is, in fact, a Batman who laughs.
I know. I know.
His whole gimmick is laughing and having, like, a bunch of... Robins on leashes.
Yeah, no, I just meant I want a happy
BDSM.
We don't need that. I just want a happy Batman. But that would, I don't know. I don't care.
His parents would have not died.
I know.
Then he wouldn't be Batman. We kind of get a happy Batman here.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is sidekicks. Good Batman story.
This is Batman, Superman. This is World's Finest. The art is changed up in this. It's Travis Moore, but it's
so good.
It's still so fucking good. This is Robin being in the circus back in time after he got dropped. And
he got time dropped.
Time dropped. And Batman and Superman saving him. It's very cute. This story was really fun. I love this book a lot. Yeah, this is a good Batman story.
I got into a whole weird, confused argument with Julian earlier because I was confused. He was getting stressed out because I could not answer him properly because I was confused. He said, I want to know when this takes place. And I sent him a picture and said, 1892, dude. And he said, are you kidding me right now? And I said, no, did you not see that? He said, no, when does the story take place? I was like, did you not see what I just said? Like, it explains it in the issue. It's in 1892. He meant the World's Finest in general, like the whole series, like not this part of it. Like, I'm
telling people, don't fucking care about continuation in anything that's like sides. Like, this is literally like read it as a side story.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, stop overthinking it. Like, it doesn't fucking matter where this happens within the Batman universe. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't. That's why I was so confused because I was like, well, it says here, and that's all you need to know.
It's like, when did Batman Reptilian take place in the Batman universe?
2021.
When was fucking Killer Croc pregnant with an alien? And when did that happen in the continuation?
I'm still convinced that was just a fever dream.
I know I read that book. But you, like,
I know.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. The only time it matters is this particular issue because he got time dropped.
I feel like anything DC is just like one of those things where I've just given up. I don't care. And even in Marvel, I just don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like,
make up your own time.
I have to remember the actual world history. Why do I care about, like, Superman's history? What the fuck do I care?
No one cares.
Okay, so next we have Batman One Fine Day. One Fine Day.
Look, we've been doing this for 41 minutes, which is way less time than normal, and it's still too long, apparently.
This is Batman One Bad Day.
Love that.
I don't even know where that came from. And this one's the Riddler. This is issue number 1. This is by Tom King and Mitch Gerrits.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the beginning of a series of 8 little one-shots about 8 different Gotham villains having a bad day. I can't remember if they're having a bad day or if Batman's having a bad day. I think it's
Batman that's having the bad day.
Anyway, everyone's having a bad day, and it's driving them
bonkers
to some extremes. This kind of gives some origin stories on the Riddler and his dad, Red Foreman.
You just made me wheeze.
Well, it's true.
It is. I can't believe you said that out loud. Because I keep thinking back to this panel.
Yeah. Well, it was... God, what panel? It was one of the panels where he was yelling at him, but he looks super like Red Foreman, and then Bruce Wayne just looks super like John Hamm.
Yeah.
Anyway, those things aside, it's a really brutal story.
Yeah.
I really did like it a lot. I was talking to Dave the other day, and he said he felt like it'd work out better if it wasn't the Riddler. And I'd almost agree with that. Like, the main story itself, not like the backstory. Yeah. Not necessarily the backstory,
yeah.
But like whatever that was, where he just like decided to murder everybody and like not put clues, because it just like doesn't seem...
No, it's not very... Riddler.
Yeah. And I guess the point is that it's like also not supposed to be, but I don't know. I enjoyed it a lot. I had a lot of fun. There were some like really intense things going on in there.
Yeah, I like the way that the story was told, and of course the art was just absolutely incredible. If anything, like the art was so good.
Yeah, the story was told in a very Tom King way, though. At the same time, it was just like very much a
unraveling of the mystery.
Yeah, unraveling of the mystery. The narration, like the way the narration went, not in a bad way, but it was really good. Yeah, I liked it still. So
I thought it was a good entry issue.
Yeah, and especially like, I don't know, it's 64 pages and like what, $7.99. It's not bad.
Was it $7.99?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably end up getting them all just out of curiosity. And it's not like I can't get rid of them or something if I don't want them. But for the most part, I like all the creators.
You know how they do like the alphas and omegas, like before and after? They should have the last one after the main One Bad Days and just have it be called One Fine Day. Because everything is solved and, you know.
Everything's all right.
Yeah, everything's cool.
Just Batman trying to go on a date or something.
It's a Batman who laughs.
All right, we went full circle there.
Yeah.
That's all we've got for this week of comics. We both got quite a few, but we made it through that really fast. I'm really proud of us.
Yeah, we did really good.
So we're gonna go record another one, and then we'll see you later. Go support your local comic book shops. Go take care of your friends. Go support your local libraries. Do good things. Just take care of each other. We love you. Anything over there, Heather?
You know, I thought I had something, but I can't remember what it was now. Like, all last night when I was thinking about it, I was like, I gotta remember to say something. And knowing me, you know I'm gonna forget.
Okay, well, we have one more recording, so maybe you'll remember during that stage.
You know, I hope so.
Okay, well, we love you, and we'll see you on the flippity flip.
I have never done that before.
It was a cool hand movement.
Yeah, you like that?